All right, so welcome back to Rusty Guns. Today we are going to show you how to remove or replace a hammer on your AR-15. Very simple and easy thing to do. So if you're switching to a new type of hammer, you're going to be able to do it, and you're going to be able to do it quick and easy. So show you one of the first things you want to do is, if the hammer is in this position, go ahead, put the gun on fire and release the hammer by pulling the trigger. Keep your finger on there to hold the pressure on it and just slowly let it come up. Don't let the hammer snap forward. When we look down inside here, you see the spring right here that is hooked to the back part of the hammer right there. And you're going to see those two long arms that come across on each side down there that come across the other part of the hammer. And to take the hammer out is very, very easy. All you're going to do is you're going to drive out this pin located right there. So that pin right there is the one we're going to drive out. That's the hammer pin. So take a punch that is roughly the same size, maybe just a tiny bit smaller, and we're just going to drive it down so that it looks like that. Then what I usually do is I take a smaller punch to finish it off, to drive it the rest of the way. And what's going to happen is, once that hammer comes out, your punch has taken its place, a smaller punch. So it's kind of wedged in there a little bit. Take your finger, push down on your hammer, and then pull your punch out. And then all you're going to do is slowly pull back this. The hammer sometimes just pop out, but basically that's it. Hammer is out. So I'll show you what it looks like on the inside there now. Give you a little bit more light so you can see what it looks like. So that's what it looks like down inside there now without the hammer. So now put your new hammer in. Very simple, very easy. The hammer should look like this if it has the spring with it, which they all should have a spring with them. If they don't, then you'll just have to pull this spring off of your old hammer. If you're using the same one or same spring, just pop that one off and put it onto the new hammer so it will look like this. Okay. Basically, those two little arms on your hammer lay across that. You see how I'm setting those across the back of that. That's how they sit on there. So just like that. And then all you're going to do is you're literally just going to push down, and you're going to line up that hole with that hole, and you're going to push that pin back in. Trying to do this with this camera in the way is kind of a pain in the butt. Once you believe you have it set up, just give it a little tap. That pin should be holding it in place now. Like that. Take your punch that was about the same size, tap it down. Again, if you want to use something to do your final taps, you can. Alright guys, so you make that final tap and knock it in. Sometimes when you make that final tap to knock that all the way in, you might have to manipulate the hammer a little bit to make sure that on the other side it's lined up properly. That's why I had to stop the tape, because I'm standing behind the camera in the tripod, so it was hard for me to be able to do this without actually, hard to hold that and try and do this all at the same time. But anyway, that last final tap, you may have to flip it over and make sure that the pin is lining up with the hole properly. So you just put your finger in there and you'll move the hammer until it lines up, and then you'll knock that pin the rest of the way in. It's not hard to do at all. But then we're just going to do a final function. We'll do a final inspection. Make sure that our springs are back where they need to be, like so. And then we'll do a function check. Put the hammer down and then release it. So, all good there. Make sure that those stay on safe. And we're good. And that's it. There you go, guys. It's that quick, that simple to do. Thanks a lot for joining me. Take care. I'll see you next time.